Hey everyone, I'm your host Eugene, and welcome back to Real and Remote at Rothway, a place to get to know the people of Group 1, not just for the work they do, but for who they are as a person as well. I hope y'all are ready for another great episode. Today, I'm joined by Kristin Tureau. I pronounced that correctly this time?
You did.
Okay, go me. That's a good start. Thank you for coming on with us, Kristin, today. How you doing today?
Pretty good. Thank you for having me. It was a little bit of a surprise to be invited on, and I'm not the hugest fan of, recordings and interviews and stuff like that, but why not?
I feel like you're going to be a natural. Like, we've been talking a little bit beforehand, and it's like, you're natural. Just camera, mics, pitch posh. Don't worry about these things. So, yeah, I know speaking with you, one of the reasons I reached out, I just always saw you, responding. So, just whether it's Where's Eugene's or the questions of the month. So, it's just I feel like she's a personable person. And would be a great person to have on. And we haven't had anyone from IT beforehand. And just to introduce you, Kristin is an IT admin here with us at Group 1 in the BSC. She has been with us. Congratulations on it. Just made her first year with us, February 5th. So congrats on that. And she's just an amazing member of our IT team. So you've been with us a year. Would you be able to tell me a little bit more about your role with Group 1 as an IT admin? What that day-to-day may be like?
Yeah, sure. I mean, as everyone can pretty much guess, the beginning of the day will pretty much start with me turning on my computer, taking a look at the ticket queue.
Okay.
Try to see, especially on Mondays, how many tickets have come over the weekend, see what's been addressed already, what still needs to be followed up on. Try to get an idea for any upcoming software updates, stuff like that other people on the Group 1 IT team might be planning on, security stuff, those trainings that everyone loves so much.
Okay. It sounds like your Mondays are just like everybody else, a full Monday, full throttle.
Yeah. I'd say Monday through Wednesday is a little bit more chaotic. Thursdays and Fridays, it starts to lull a little bit and calm down a little bit, so we start getting stuff ready and prepped for the next week, like any new hires, stuff like that. But pretty much it's just dealing with everyday problems, helping out people as much as possible, and having fun, trying to make people a little bit less upset about their computer issues and make sure everyone gets what they need to do in order to do their jobs.
Okay, makes sense. I mean, definitely y'all know y'all position is just such a key part here. At today's day and age, 2025, everything's technological. So having a great IT team is very important. And I feel like we have an amazing team over here. So
I hope so. Because I really like them all. They're fantastic. So
okay, yeah, I know I've spoken with y'all, meeting everyone yesterday, and it's a great team that we have over here. I'm not sure if I had met everyone beforehand, but happy to have now. And I know if I have an IT issue, be hitting y'all up directly.
Let us know.
Just kind of checking into it with Group 1, I don't know how much it plays into what you all do, but is this your first time working in the automotive industry?
This is definitely my first time working in automotive. Before this, I was helping out in medical industry, and before that, a little bit in the oil and gas industry. Okay. Kind of touching on 40 billion things, because if it's something I don't know how to do, I like to learn how to do it. So I'll get hired for one thing and end up doing a bunch. But I could definitely say IT is something that I enjoy a lot more than a lot of the other things I've had to do over the years. Okay. And, it's a growing field. Technology is always advancing, so there's always something for me to learn, which is something that I enjoy. Having free time every once in a while, get to go learn about new upcoming software, stuff like that, getting an idea for the programs that we might end up implementing here before we actually try them out here, testing some stuff, and then, having an idea what might go wrong by the time everyone else here.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big thing, with just even when I think about tech outside of, because obviously not IT person, do it a little technological, but not ready to do what you all do. But I know a lot of times just the testing out of things, I feel like kind of you can think of an iPhone or something, they went through everything, and then a week afterwards the customers actually get it, and it's oh yeah, we found a bunch of things that y'all weren't able to find in testing. I'm pretty sure that's kind of y'all process sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, even from switching people from their desktops to laptops. And then some people, I know a lot of the dealerships have Chromebooks now. Some even have iPads. Switching the phone systems, which we did last year.
Oh, from ShoreTel to Zoom.
Yes, which was really fun. And it was nice to go see some of those dealerships and have an idea for Group 1 outside of just the call center, because, since this is my home base, I'm here the most. And it was nice to, get out and meet people that are, actually selling the cars and stuff.
Like, okay,
and
now I see the automotive part of it.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how that ties in, seeing the service desk, the people actually working on cars in the shop and stuff like that, and just getting a feel for everyone at Group 1. It was really nice.
Okay, I like that. Get a well-rounded view of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we have a lot of good dealerships. I know even with like the Where's Eugene, I get a chance to go see the different dealerships. And just in general, I've worked at them at points in time we're here. So it's definitely great to go out to see the dealerships because we have some really nice dealerships.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So another thing, getting into just kind of get on you a little bit more personal, get to
sure.
see you as a person. When not on company time, what are some of the things you enjoy doing? Like I know you were telling me a bit of a nerd about certain things, like kind of getting to your quirkiness. So
yeah, no, I do a lot of reading. Everything from historical to fiction. Lately, I've been reading a lot of World War II novels for no reason, just because that was what I felt like reading this week. I'm also really big into music. I'm a singer at heart. I play piano. So I go to karaoke every week. I'm in a few choirs in Houston. So
a few choirs. Okay, so you're saying it lightly, but it's like I sing. I mean, really, I do. It sounds like you're a singer who do IT on the side. It's like I do IT in the meantime.
I
It
get
funds
really
my dreams.
bored. I don't like sitting at home a lot, so I'll try to have something to do on the weekends and stuff like that, and just being in an area for a long period of time and working with a lot of other musicians, I'll get referred to specific events. Like I've gotten to do some weddings and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun, I get to
You
go
sung at
around
a
a lot.
wedding?
Yeah, I sing at weddings, funerals, holiday events, everything.
Okay, so you really sing. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Is it too much pressure to ask for like a quick little note or two? No pressure.
I don't even know what I would sing right now.
I don't know what to recommend because you said like wedding songs and funeral songs. I'm like, I'm all over the place. So I don't have a recommendation.
Yeah, I'd say lately I've just had the soundtrack of Wicked stuck in my head. So that's all I've been singing. I've probably been driving Caleb and Josh crazy since we're on the same little office space, been singing the same little part.
I have yet to see Wicked. I know it's like
It's good. It's really good.
I intend to. I'm not able to. Movies. So many movies come out. It's hard to keep up with sometimes.
It's definitely a lot of movies coming out, but I would say this one's pretty great, and you don't have to be a huge musical fan to enjoy it. So I think it's a pretty good one. It has a good message, and get a catchy song stuck in your head.
I feel like it had a handful of catchy songs. I know it was like a lot of people even going to it the whole big. Could y'all please not sing the songs before we get started? So, like those type of warnings with Wicked.
Yeah, my friends and I, when we went to go see it, we had to agree that we're going to try not to sing in the middle of the movie. And then if we want to sing, we'll go see it a second time.
Okay. let me enjoy the movie fully the first time.
Exactly. I want to hear the artists and the actors in the movie actually singing first.
Do a little humming along with it.
Exactly. Just mouthing the words.
Okay, gotcha. I know you also were telling me outside of music, you like gaming, trivia nerd, and travel.
Yeah, I huge into trivia. When I have a choir on Wednesdays usually, but whenever choir's either not happening that week or we're off season, I go to trivia every single week with
this
some
is like
friends.
a trivia event?
Yeah, I go to actual trivia nights and stuff. I know like Pluckers down near like Memorial City Mall has a weekly trivia. And sometimes if I can grab a couple other friends and do some weekend trivias, I'll do that. But I also
hard trivia questions? Like
sometimes it'll be the easiest stuff. And sometimes it'll be the most out of left field thing that you're just like, why is that a question? And I know you mentioned that you're not a huge movie buff, and I agreed, and I was like, yeah, I don't know a lot of celebrities. That's definitely one of my downfalls.
Yeah, with trivia, I feel like, especially like pop culture trivia, is like, yeah, that's a big thing. Like, you have to know those faces, know people.
That's definitely where I start falling off a little bit. But
like, that's what you need
the nerd trivia rounds we get pretty good. They'll be like, oh, what is this device that was invented in this year and stuff? Out of left field, all of a sudden, I'm just like, it's obviously the Etch-a-Sketch.
Wow.
Why I thought about it, no idea. But I was very excited.
Yeah, see that trivia, something like that. I think I'd be lost. Etch a sketch. I don't even know what Etch a Sketch would. What you'd have to give me as a clue to think of Etch a Sketch.
I think they said something along the lines of an art medium or something used to make portraits in black and white or something like that. It was the most obscure thing, and I'll never understand how it popped into my head. But yeah.
But it was answered. It sounded like it was right. So.
And to follow up with your question, I do love gaming quite a bit. A lot of my friends do as well. That's actually how I made some of my best friends was through video games over the years. One of my high school friends really got me into video games, and now I spend too much time playing games.
That is a struggle, I feel like, of a lot of people. I know I literally have to just choose to not play. Like, I got a friend who so badly wants me to play the game. I just can't. I won't get things done if I play it too often. So I gotta keep it at a distance, because I know, like, younger days, especially like college days, would definitely run through some time.
I had way too many all-nighters that didn't have to be all-nighters. And it wasn't even me doing schoolwork. It was me, staying up till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning playing a video game. And I'm like, maybe I should sleep for an hour before waking up for classes. Because music theory was always at 7 a.m. Painful early.
I tried my best in college to avoid early classes. Like, literally my first few years, I tried to avoid anything before like 9 or 10 o'clock.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Eventually it caught up to me. It was like, we don't offer this class to after this time. Like, I guess I'll do this morning thing if y'all make me.
Exactly.
Okay. So speaking, I know we spoke about Memorial City, different things around Houston. Are you originally from Houston?
Yes. So I am originally from Houston, and I lived in Austin for a couple of years for college, and then I was in South Korea for 1 year for college as well. And then I moved back to Houston after college. So here I am.
Okay, so I see the travel. Well traveled, definitely. I know you spoke about school. Where'd you go to school for?
I went to school for international business and with more of like a cultural focus and primarily focused on East Asia specifically. So I was working on learning Korean, Mandarin, Japanese, but more so a little bit more in my free time than all of that through classes, but just getting a feel for the culture, the difference in businesses. And it was actually really neat coming into the automobile industry after taking a Korean business class and learning about how like the Korean automobile industry split up, between like Hyundai and Kia, and how they were all one huge family with brothers that didn't really agree and split up the company that way. So, a little fun fact.
I did not know that. You saying that kind of makes me think of like the brothers for Adidas and Puma. I know they kind of had like a similar story.
Yeah,
just like
kind of like
one
that.
company and split out. Okay. Learn something new.
Exactly. There's your fun fact.
There we go.
You're ready for trivia now.
Okay. Let me loosen up, get ready. Yeah, because I usually think of Hyundai and Kia as like kind of sister or brother companies, whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they were one and separated. I actually kind of thought they still were together. But okay, learn something new with that. So getting a bit more back to Group 1 and with IT, I know you were kind of telling me a big thing about like some of the things y'all have every day and running through how you're busy Monday coming from Wednesdays, from the weekend. What are some of the things you want to have people like to know a bit more about, like what IT does, or just helping, they can help you so that you can help them type of things? What are just
yeah. Well, I would definitely say no matter how small the issue, putting in a ticket is something I would always recommend. Firstly, so that we don't lose track of who really needs help and how long this person's been waiting on this issue. And we can also see a lot of patterns with upcoming issues. It might start off small, like one person can't log into this thing. Next thing you know, a few people are getting logged out of their computers and there's a cyber attack, Crazy little things you can hook up to find out that something bigger is happening. But having people put in those tickets so that we can be aware of upcoming issues and catch issues early is always helpful. And just so you don't fall unheard with like an email or just, a run by the door. Of course, like if you guys need something, if it's super, super urgent, always feel free to, come by and let us know. But putting those tickets in is going to ensure that someone will guaranteed be able to get to you and help you as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that's always a huge help. And then, let's see, another big thing I'd always recommend, especially for like new hires and stuff, we always recommend managers try to put in tickets at least a week to 2 in advance before a new hire is starting. Of course, there are circumstances where something gets approved last minute. Even if you're not sure if that's going to happen, that the person's going to get approved, if you have an idea that you're working on hiring someone and maybe you'll have an answer in the next couple of days, still put in the ticket. Just let us know what it is that you're waiting on, what position they're going to be going for, and we'll make sure we have that equipment ready for you. Because we don't always have a lot of stuff on hand. Sometimes we'll have days where we have 2 laptops and 1 desktop computer, and some days we'll have a day where we have, a dozen laptops and, 20 computers for the desktops ready to go. So sometimes we have to just put in rush orders because we're as blind as you guys are sometimes with what's happening. So it's always a little bit of a surprise for us. But
okay, I definitely get that with the new hires because I'm pretty sure I guess across the different departments, I'm pretty sure you always have like different new hires from accountants to call center, just different days that have people coming in. So, okay, definitely have that as a note anytime new hires coming in. With the tickets, is there any information that you all like look for particularly to be included, or like I know you're speaking about even like the urgency of it, like how y'all go through them to prioritize like getting through them?
Well, I'd say, in general, put as much information as you can down. Your computer number, which you can find on the sticker on your computer or on your desktop. On the bottom right, it'll also say GPI, then a 6-digit code. That is your computer number. It is exclusive to only your computer, and we can look up a lot of stuff about your PC's health that way. We can see if any security updates have failed to install, or if, say, you're on Windows 10 when everyone else is on Windows 11, and the program you're trying to use is supposed to be running on Windows 11. We've had that pop up as an issue. But I mean, your name, if you work in office or if you're remote, computer number, what the issue is, how long you've been having the issue, things you've done to try to fix it so far, and the best way to reach you.
Okay.
I'd say that's pretty much the most important.
That's basically just give me too much information.
Exactly.
I'd rather know too much than not enough.
Exactly. One of my favorite people to get a ticket from is a paragraph, and he's the most polite person in creation. And sometimes he's already fixed the issue, but he lets me know how he fixed it and what happened to begin with. And he'll just be like, hey, this is what happened. My Shortell wasn't working. I took these steps and now I'm up and running. Just want to let you know in case there's a bigger issue popping up.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And I remember you were telling me about that. Like, it's kind of like you all want to know, even if the issue winds up getting resolved.
Exactly.
You just kind of want to know about it even still.
Yeah, because if that's happening often with your computer, it might be a sign of another underlying issue that could be resolved if we had been aware that issue was happening in the first place.
Gotcha. Okay. Are there any like common, like easy to resolve issues that you all regularly get a ticket for? It's like, this is a ticket, but kind of quickly get it resolved. Like, even I know we were joking about the IT kind of thing, like just turn it on and turn it off. You'll be surprised how often it works.
Oh my gosh, yes. So the age-old joke of, just turn your computer off and turn it back on again holds quite the grain of truth. So I'd say about 60-70% of the time, restarting your computer is the way to go. Computers are dumb, like I mentioned to you earlier. They can only do what we've told them to do. Sometimes they get conflicting information, and the only way to help it is to close everything down. And even if you want to do more than just a basic restart, you can do, what you can do is hold down your power button for like 15 to 20 seconds without letting go.
Okay.
Then you let go, wait 30 seconds, turn on your computer. Again, it's called power cycling, and it's like an extra spa day for your laptop.
Okay.
or your desktop computer instead of just the quick 2-second nap.
Regular research. Okay, that's news to me. I
Yeah.
didn't know. I thought it was just the same. I was just the power button.
Yeah, no,
hit
there's a bunch of
power
built-in
off.
sneaky little tricks that are time-based on your computer just by how long you hold a button. So
Okay. See, right there, learn something new. I did not expect
exactly.
to. That was surprising. I didn't know that was a difference in between that and just a regular power off.
Yeah. I'd say that's one of the biggest helps. Then always, remember to connect to the VPN first if you're a remote employee before opening any other programs. If you can't log into something normally, try logging out of one login, logging back in. Bunch of silly stuff. Some programs have stopped working well with Google Chrome at the moment, which is a continued issue we have with them. But for the meantime, all we can really do is recommend people use Microsoft Edge until that's resolved. But, I mean, those are the main things we see a lot of.
Okay. And since I know you've been with us a year, has there been any, like, with being in IT, any memorable moment? Oh, that word is, I feel like memorable moment that you can think of, or like a moment is like, oh, we had this issue. It was kind of surprising, but we were able to get on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, I could say one of the ones that really sticks out to me, which I'm sure everyone's going to remember very, very fondly, of course, was whenever everyone's computer started blue screening and asking for the BitLocker key. We had Josh, who you guys all know. I think he was out of town with his family, and I believe Joseph was either on a Zoom install or out sick. So it's just Caleb and I here. So only half of our usual IT department that we'd want for, a normal day. And this was a bit crazy. So I had Caleb drop shipping laptops to people, and I'm over here re-imaging them, trying to get the keys in. Because sometimes the key would work, the BitLocker key, and then, it'll load into your laptop and you're good to go. Maybe.
Was this like
probably like 40% of the time.
When you saying that, like, I don't remember because I do a lot of my work from this laptop here, but was that like when there was like not even just like group one, but just like the CDK and everything? Like, was that the widespread moment?
I think it was right before the CDK issues.
Okay.
I want to say it was probably like the month before that happened. But yeah, it was crazy. I had like a stack of laptops on my desk, and I'm going through trying to get them logged in. If they don't work, I'm having to re-image them, and I'm like, here you go, Caleb, this one's ready. So I'd be messaging him. He's running around with his backpack, like a little carrier pigeon running around trying to drop off laptops to people. And then I know we had a food truck outside, so I was like, Caleb, it's lunch.
Gotta eat.
It's going to be okay. Go take 30 minutes, go outside, grab, was it like ice cream or something? And then we'll come back in and we'll get back to running around getting the laptops up and running for everyone. But it was a little crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, but sometimes it is important, like, to just get that moment, reset for a second. Just, all right, I know we got a lot to do. Eat, relax. You're going to work better. It's going to be better for everything.
Exactly. But it was pretty funny overall.
Okay, yeah, definitely. And the blue screen, I feel, is just always a dreaded thing when it comes to, like, computers and tech.
Yeah, they now call it the blue screen of death.
Exactly.
Which is, very appropriate.
Says a lot. Says a lot about what it is. All right. We have had a great conversation. Something I always like to ask anyone coming on here, Group 1, automotive company. We have beautiful blue Lexus back here. I think that's a ES or IF. Don't let me get to saying which model that is. But my question for you is, what is your dream vehicle? Like, if you could have any vehicle, what would it be?
That's a toughie. I think that really depends on what period of time you've asked me. When I was younger, my dream car was a 1968 red Mustang convertible with white leather, and I wanted one forever when I was little.
How young were you when you had a very specific 1968 Mustang? Like, that is very specific. Like an 8-year-old, like, what I really want is a 68 Mustang.
I was like 6. I was like 6, and I think that's what I wanted till I was about 17.
Okay, was that like a movie that influenced that, or like what gave the specificness of the 68 model?
I mean, my dad likes cars. A couple of my uncles like cars. I have 5 uncles on my mom's side of the family, and they all live in the area. So, and I've got a lot of male cousins. So I guess I was just around a bunch of people that like to talk about cars whenever I was little, and video games. That's probably how my love of video games came about as well. But I don't even know how exactly I fell into the Mustang. And then eventually one of my brother's friends, his mother had a 1968 red Mustang convertible with white leather. And I was like, that's exactly the car I've always wanted. And she's like, oh, yeah, we'll sell it to you. So, the amount of times I begged my parents.
Please.
I tried so hard.
Not at 7, 8. Like, I really want it so bad. It's like, yeah, we're not going to get that for you today.
No. By that point, I was already like 15.
Okay, this is
whenever she agreed to sell the car to me.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to be learning to drive soon, and wanted to have my dream car. But, it didn't happen, but it's okay. But we'll see.
Once they got time, they don't still make the 68 Mustang, but they are still out there.
Yeah, they are definitely still out there. But who knows? I like fast cars. I don't think I want a red car anymore, just because statistically they'll get pulled over more often, and I don't need that.
Yeah, I mean, red. You driving the red top convertible top. Yeah, we'll draw just a fair bit of attention. And
the funny thing is, I'm stuck with an orange car right now, and I didn't want an orange car, but somehow I have an orange car. But that'll be changing soon, and I'll be putting my, employee, benefits to use to go get a car from one of our stores soon, hopefully. But
okay. It's better to have an orange car than a lemon. Sorry about that. I get crossed my house like I gotta say it. It's like Sorry about that.
That's pretty good though.
Okay. Yeah. All right, back together. Okay, but yeah, so you'll be getting a new vehicle some point in time soon. So look forward to that. For you, I really don't have too many more questions, Kristin. Is there anything else like? I know we covered a lot with IT and what all you all do and things that we need. Is there anything else you want to possibly just let anyone know with IT that they may need to have? Or you covered a lot, so I don't know if there would be anything else.
I don't really know what else there would be. Feel free to stop by and let us know if you guys just want to chat or if you have questions. It doesn't even have to be about your work equipment, your computers. If you have general questions about anything, IT related or any of the topics that were discussed, feel free to stop by. As I mentioned to Eugene earlier, everyone in IT is a nerd of some sort. So you're guaranteed to find some sort of fun conversation, stopping any IT person and asking them questions. Just be like, what's your thing that you're a nerd about?
What's your thing? I feel like we're all a nerd about something.
Exactly.
In our own way.
But I feel like a lot of IT people are bad about hiding it. So they're just used to rambling on about stuff, so it just spews out, and then all of a sudden, 40 IT people in our huge IT chat just start talking about telescopes for 5 hours, and you're just like, well, now I have a lot of information.
Telescopes is a very random, specific thing. I'm pretty sure it's a lot to learn about telescopes.
Oh, yeah. This week it's 3D printers. So if you want to know about 3D printers, we've got quite a few experts in Group 1 IT.
Okay, that is definitely good to know. 3D printers always seem interesting to me, but also it seems like what? At the same time, it's like that seems cool, but also what is happening? How are you doing what?
Exactly. It's crazy.
So okay, definitely. Thank you for that. All right, Kristin, this is, like I said, it's been a great conversation. Amazing. I thank you so much for coming on here with us. So you all watching this, I hope you all have enjoyed this conversation as much as I have. As always, my name is Eugene. This is the Real and Remote at Rothway podcast. Like I say, we thank Kristin for coming on with us. And just look forward to seeing you all on the next podcast. Until then, y'all have a great day. Enjoy your coworkers. Bye.